Welcome to Game 8 Reviews.
To say that BlueTwelve Studio Stray is a game about a cat basking on its cuteness is an understatement. Though it may appear like a simple cat simulator, there is so much more to unpack. Hello everyone, Game 8 Information Station here, coming at you with another video game review. This time around, we're going to take a closer look at Stray. Stray is an adventure game centered around a cat who must traverse through unknown lands and find its way home. It opens with a clouder, yes, that is what you call a group of cats, exploring the dystopian lands of planet Earth after a violent storm. As they journey into the unknown, one of the cats, the titular Stray, falls into the abyss. On the way back, it stumbles upon an abandoned lab and awakens an AI drone, BlueTwelve. This starts an intimate exploration of humanity and the different ways someone can find their way home. The game tells a compelling story about life and humanity through the lens of a cat in this world without humans. Despite the fact that humans are extinct, much of humanity's flaws have been inherited by the companions, self-aware robotic servants. The social divide greatly affects the way of life amongst the companions, especially since others are more vulnerable to zurks, evolved bacteria that can consume organic and artificial matter. These central themes have always been present since the invention of storytelling, but writer Steven Lerner made it work and more unique in the point of view of an animal. The game talks about how life can be taken away so instantly, the same way it can be given. And how life is not meant to be lived if you stay still. You must keep moving forward. The story, however, felt brief. It tried to compact everything into a 4 to 8 hour playthrough, but failed. We were invested in the story of the titular Stray and how its existence in a barren world could affect its robotic residents. It was asking impactful questions about life and humanity, but fell short towards the conclusion, just as the story was beginning to get interesting. If they included another section or mission right before the ending, then maybe we could have explored more on these themes and how the zurks come into play. Stray revels in the idea that you are playing as a cat, as gameplay relies on feline behavior in order to progress in the story. Whether it be scratching on doors, pushing objects off a shelf, or even simply meowing. Though acting like a cat is more than entertaining, the platforming is not as challenging as it feels more like point-and-click gameplay. The game sort of babies the players as it will automatically tell you when to jump, unlike other platformers that rely on your timing and reflexes. Despite all the leaping involved, Stray isn't actually a platformer because it lacks the challenge of precision that comes with the genre. Instead, convenient contextual prompts are given, leading to natural, albeit superficial traversal. It's apparent that the game desires to emphasize the exploration aspect of this adventure game. Your Stray spends the majority of its time interacting with the world and everyone around it. Not just in terms of getting to know the locals, but also when it comes to experiencing the world as a cat would. Rugs, walls, buckets, and even paper bags are not safe from a cat's curiosity. It just makes you want to go, "Oh, every darn time!" It goes without saying that thinking and acting like a cat is a big part of how Stray works. You'll be encouraged to make the most out of your cat's agility and nimbleness to get through most of the game's challenges. However, your cat isn't alone as BlueTwelve guides our Stray into this cybernetic world. He functions as a translator, hacker, and a glorified storage unit. Jokes aside, BlueTwelve is invaluable to the journey because he brings out the side of Stray that goes beyond simply being a cat game. The gameplay doesn't become stale as it features varied puzzles, stealth sections, and even mild combat. There are more than enough puzzles for everyone to solve. Some are your typical place-heavy objects on platforms, and others would again rely on feline behavior like walking all over a desktop repeatedly. Basically, you are a cat, and you need to act like it. The companions aren't the only thing with a mind of their own, as the game's camera tends to go off without your direction. The sudden shift of angles and POV caused many headaches. We literally had to take a break because we got dizzy just climbing around a cramped room. Despite this, it is a minor issue that doesn't take too much away from the overall experience. The game is a sight to behold. Even though it is categorized as an indie game, it could most certainly compete against a AAA title. The characters and the surroundings are pimped out with detail that tells the story. The cities, especially Midtown, feel alive despite humans being absent. Every corner, every kiosk, and every building is teeming with great detail and reveals stories of the past. The world that BlueTwelve Studio built is truly mesmerizing, and it's meant to be savored for it to be appreciated, which is why running around trying to overcome obstacles felt like a breeze. What helped with this great immersion is the game's sound design. The majority of the game is played in silence, but it doesn't feel that way. Every now and then, you will hear water dripping or creatures scuttling in the background. Plus, the music excellently portrays the futuristic setting with cyberpunkish and lo-fi beats that make the game relaxing. The game ran smoothly, but we did experience a hilarious glitch in one of the missions in the latter part of the story. One of the drones managed to track us, but we were able to hide in a box just in time. But as soon as I went back to its post, it started to spaz out. It might be due to a bug or something, and thankfully it didn't affect much of the game. We have heard that other copies of the game have it much worse, so hopefully a new patch can fix it so other gamers can enjoy this title to the fullest. Stray is so much more than it seems, much like its main character. Although the story felt short, it managed to tell an intimate and fascinating story that dealt with life and humanity in an unconventional way. Its gameplay may not be perfect. Get it? Okay. It may not be perfect, but it made for a relaxing and refreshing experience in a world saturated with hack and slashes and shooters. The game could have been bland and catastrophic. Get it? Okay, we'll stop. It could have been just a simple throwaway game, but BlueTwelve delivered an invigorating title, one that is considered to be a classic and will be played for generations to come. This is why we give Stray an 8 out of 10. The game is available for purchase on PS4, PS5, and PC. It's actually reasonably priced. Even then, you'll be bound to revisit the game because playing as a cat is an experience in itself. So what do you think about Stray? And what other animal games do you enjoy? Let us know in the comments below. Till then, this is GameMate Information Station, signing off.